If you're a custodial supervisor at a local high school, you know that cleanliness is key, and that the best place to get cleaning supplies is from Grainger. Grainger helps you stay fully stocked on the products you trust, from paper towels and disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Plus, you can rely on Grainger for easy reordering, so you never run out of what you need. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Look, y'all, I'm incredibly excited today. Today we're interviewing John, who went from being a plumber to making $31,000 his very first month under the tutelage, under the mentorship of our hedge fund manager within our AI trading community. So we're going to talk about that. Now, he was able to do that even before the AI. So we're going to talk about what he was able to do. We're going to, get to know him, get to know what he's accomplished. We're going to break it all down entirely from his story as well as to what's been happening within the community as well. Y'all, I cannot explain to y'all, express to y'all how excited I am about this conversation. Something I'm just super excited about. For anybody who is new here, y'all know I have helped thousands of people get into the tech industry. Some people tell me that it's been tens of thousands, but of course you can't fully track it. But I felt a lot of people be able to transform their lives when it comes to getting into the tech industry, working full-time jobs in tech. But now we are in the day and age of AI, where we need to leverage technology to be able to make money for us. And so, because we see a lot of things are changing in the guard. So the whole purpose of my platform is to be able to help people be able to get to freedom. And praise God, I've been able to help a lot of people with doing that. But now through collaboration with others, we're able to up the ante and help people in a bigger and better way. So incredibly grateful for John being here. So we're not going to take too much time. So for those of y'all who are not aware, YouTube took down. Let me actually pull this stuff up. So let me stay in order. I'm gonna look at the slide that my team made to make sure we stay in order. So again, from plumber to 31K, his very first month. And so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give y'all the expected flow. So the expected flow of what y'all can expect. First and foremost, we're going to do a breakdown of the AI trading community, doing a bit of an explainer for y'all. Secondly, we are going to do a recap of past interviews and testimonials, because John is actually not even the first person that we've interviewed. So we're going to do a little light recap. We're going to talk about, obviously, today's testimonial interview with John. Then we're going to mention different money-making options at each level. Initially, just as a heads up, when I joined the team, this isn't something that I started. This is something that I joined. When I joined, initially, this was only for high net worth individuals. But now it's been able to kind of create different tiers and different options, even including the AI, no matter what someone's level is at. So we're going to talk about it, be able to answer some questions for y'all. Then, of course, we're going to do Q&A with John, and then also wrap up. So let me know where y'all tuning in from. And also I want to know from the chat, who all here has traded, who all here has done trading, but then also who here has done trading leveraging AI. So give me two answers. You could say yes and yes if you've done both. Or you could say no and no if you've done neither. Or you could say yes for you've done trading. No, you have not done it with AI. So this is going to be really, really good. All right, we got Dallas in the house, New York, LA. I was just in New York, I think last week, Miami. All right, we got some people that have, a lot of yeses, but no to the AI, All right, cool. Someone's done, again, trading without AI. All right, cool. Queens to be exact. They want to be specific. I am just from New York. Let me be specific. Queens to be exact. All right, good stuff. So for those, some of y'all, I ain't gonna say a lot of y'all know, like y'all keep up with me like that. So I'm actually in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic right now. So I've overstayed my welcome in Colombia. I actually can't go back. Some of y'all know I was living in Colombia on and off for about a year, and I've actually overstayed. So now I'm in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, a place I've been at so many times. This feels like a third home for me. And I'm planning to go to Brazil either this week or next week. So I'm planning to go to Rio. This is my first time in Rio. I've been to Brasilia, Brazil before, but I've never been to Rio, which is obviously the hot spot. So I plan on maybe checking out Brazil and seeing how I feel there. But anyway, Got Delaware in the house. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. Look, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Want to honor y'all's time. Want to honor John's time as well. And so let's keep it pushing. All right. So again, interviewing John, went from a plumber to $31,000 in 1 month. We're gonna see if it's been each month. We're gonna see if the every other month was bad. We're gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't even know the answer to that question. Because for anybody that's been following my platform, y'all see me interview other people before. Y'all know I don't like knowing the answers to questions because I like it to be a raw and real interview, this unrehearsed, all that stuff. And I like to experience the person's testimony as well. So now 19 people joined in the community last week and made money. It was really, really great. And actually, let me be clear. This slide is actually like a week behind. So it was actually 19 people the week before. Last week, I actually don't even remember what the number was last week, but it was basically from a week before. So YouTube deleted the last two. I've been posting about this. YouTube took down the last two interviews that we uploaded that are similar. The reason why they took them down is because even though I've interviewed over 100 people when it comes to getting six-figure tech careers, people that I've helped get in the tech industry, and even though I've done that, apparently you can't talk about making passive income with AI. But I'm gonna give y'all the real reason why YouTube told me that they took the videos down. It was because when I was doing the interviews, there were either the people that I was interviewing or people that were in the chat that are in the community were saying things like, hey, y'all, look, you guarantee to make this money. You guarantee to make this much amount. And I was quoting the comment section. And to YouTube, it sounded like I was making guarantees. And I guess you can't make guarantees, which is cool. But I say all that to say, let me say this disclaimer. If we post this on YouTube, Instagram, anywhere, YouTube, Mr. YouTube, Mrs. Meta, Mrs. Facebook, there's no guarantee. Full disclaimer. Everything has risks that are involved. I am not, first off, y'all, I am not a trading manager. I'm not a trading expert. That is not me at all. We literally, we have a trading expert in the community. He was actually John's mentor, the same person we're talking about. So I am new to the trading space. I'm just not new to the AI technology space, as I'm sure some of y'all know. So again, full disclaimer, there's always risks that are involved. There's no guarantees. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial specialist. Whatever words I need to say for me to stop getting hit with strikes. We just trying to help people make money. That's all we trying to do. So whatever words need to be said, YouTube, don't take my YouTube channel down. That would suck a lot. But anyway, now, last person I interviewed was Lee. John, do you know Lee?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. So, all right. So last person I interviewed was Lee. Y'all, Lee's story, I'm going to re-interview her because, again, the video got taken down and it was a last-minute interview. But I want to bring it up, y'all. Lee lost her job in tech. She lost her six-figure tech job, but she maintained her six-figure lifestyle. And the reason why is because a week after she lost her job, she's literally our same hedge fund manager, trading manager who oversees the performance of our AI to make sure it's making the best calculated decisions. He became her mentor. Her first day, she made back her investment, her very first day. So what she invested, literally the following day made her money back, and the rest of that month was just money being made. And that interview, some of y'all might have tuned into that interview. Let me know in the chat if any of y'all have, if y'all tuned into that interview. I'm going to re-interview her again because she was gracious to come on last minute. So she wasn't on camera. She wasn't feeling that good, but still an incredible testimony before. Incredible testimony. So I'm definitely going to bring her back again. So that way y'all can tune into that. But again, she never needed to get a job in tech again. Like, she didn't go back to get another job in tech because her lifestyle was able to be consistent and not change. She even was able to pay off her BMW. So in the past 13 months, like, her life has continued. So y'all know I'm Mr. Get in tech. But if you're a person that wants a lot of freedom, you want way more freedom than even working a remote tech job, then this is something that's optional for you. Or if you're someone who is in tech and you want your bag to flip different ways and want to leverage AI and leverage community and resource to do that, this would be dope for you as well. And also, y'all, we have a huge bonus for you at the end. Huge bonus that none of y'all have heard. We probably got some people here that are in the community already, and some of you that obviously are not. So either way, this is a huge bonus for everybody that none of you have heard or know about. So that being said, shouts out to everybody that's in the community that's here. Shouts out to those of y'all that are here. So look, I think hopefully that's about it. All right, see some little screenshots. We're gonna skip past the stuff, but basically these are examples of some money that was made within a week. And of course, this depends on how much someone had in their account. For anybody that's familiar with trading, it's dependent upon a few different factors. So I want to be very clear. But this was specifically with the AI. So with the AI trading that was happening, this was completely passive, by the way. So someone's money was in the account. Monday, they made almost 1,000. Tuesday, a little over 2,000. Wednesday was a loss because there are losses that happen. And then Thursday, another 1,000 was made. And then don't even ask what happened on Friday. I don't know. But anyway, so that's kind of like just an example. But again, this depends on how much is in someone's account. Just to be very, very clear. What's up, Veronica? Hey, I'm happy you're here too, Veronica. Hey, what's up? Hey, look, y'all, I love the love in the chat. Anthony said, where can I find that interview at? Look, y'all, DM me if y'all want that interview, but I'm going to re-interview her. I'm going to try to re-interview her this upcoming Thursday. But look, y'all, make sure y'all stick until the end, because I'm going to tell y'all, everybody here, everyone that's in the community, everyone that's here, you're getting an offer that no one has gotten before. And so now, mind you, we've offered it to the community like recently just to make sure we were being, honest and stuff like that. Not honest, but making sure that we were being fair is really the word to use. But y'all are literally getting something that no one before that wasn't in the community already was being given. So make sure you stick around to the end, because it is something that is basically not going to be in the future. Anyway, let's get to. All right, we see Travion in the chat. So y'all, Travion, he is the trading manager. He's there in the chat. So, all right, boom. I'm gonna go through this real quick. So look, y'all know the problem in the world today. The founder of LinkedIn, or excuse me, the LinkedIn co-founder, he said that jobs will not exist in the next 5 to 10 years. He said jobs, careers are about to be gone. So we know that real estate is being bought up by BlackRock and Vanguard. So even being able to get really big into the real estate investment game, not that opportunity is completely gone now. It's definitely not gone now. But we know a lot of these opportunities are getting taken away. Let me know in the chat who knows about UBI. UBI. Let me know in the chat if y'all have heard of UBI. So UBI stands for Universal Basic Income. You say, how do we get in the community? So there's a couple options. I'll be able to show it. It depends on, so there's 3 different options depending on where you're at, depending on how much money you're trying to make, and really depending on how much AI involvement you want. Yeah, Universal Basic Income. UBI stands for Universal Basic Income. For those that are not familiar, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Sam Altman, leaders in the Middle East, in Europe, all around the world have talked about this. Universal basic income is basically a cute word for government assistance for the entire world, for the entire planet. Now, that doesn't sound good, because if anybody knows anything about the hood, anything about government assistance, no one is living their best life off of government assistance. That is literally the ghetto. It's government assisted housing. It is literally the ghetto. And so that's where our world is heading to, because AI is about to replace so many careers. Robotics are about to replace so many careers and businesses. And then also, as I'm sure you all know, companies like Microsoft, Google, Meta, and the others, they are buying up other companies, or they're creating robots and AI that can replicate whatever someone's business does, but at a better price. So businesses are getting shaken up, careers are getting shaken up. So we have to think about how we can leverage this AI and technology to make money with us or for us for the foreseeable future. Because you do not want to live off the money the government is giving you, because that basically means you're going to be broke. Because everybody, basically puts us at a point of being broke. So we have to find ways to make money that can't be disrupted. So, and all right. So basically, the solution is AI. You got to put AI against AI. So the good news, AI doesn't just take jobs, it creates opportunities. And tonight, you'll be able to learn how AI can be used to make your money work for you 24/7. And again, full transparency, we're talking about trading, but we're talking about leveraging, also on top of that, leveraging AI on different levels when it comes to that. So if you're somebody where you're already a very high net worth individual and you're like, yo, I don't have any time, I don't want to do anything. I just want the AI to do that. That's initially why this was built out. Most people were not able to join the community. We're not able to afford it. But literally, we've been able to open up other tiers. I begged the rest of the team, yo, could we open up other tiers for the rest of my community and other people? And so now, no matter what level you're at, there's an opportunity for you to get in and even be able to scale further into the wealth opportunities. But all this being said, let's actually get into the reason that y'all are here. Let's jump into this conversation with John. Y'all already saw this. All right, yeah. So this is an example of the different tier options. So we'll talk more about this later. I actually want to get to this actual interview with John. So my bad, y'all. We're gonna get to the conversation with John. All right, bet. So I'll actually take this off the screen for now. So that way we can get into it. So John, bro, again, man, thank you so much for coming on, bro, taking time out of your Sunday evening. And yeah, man, just kind of sharing your story. Really appreciate you again.
Of course.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. Also, y'all, make sure y'all have y'all's questions ready. Of course, I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to ask my questions first because this is my interview, by the way. So I'm going to go first. All right, John. So first and foremost, man, let's get into it. So take us back to what you were doing before you started trading with our trading manager, Travion. And what led you to work with him? So what were you doing before? Everybody saw the title from Plumber to blah, blah, blah. But you explain it in your words. What were you doing before? What was life like before? And what led you to wanting to work with him?
All right, well, we're going to take it back, way back when. First and foremost, I got to give all the glory to Jesus, because without Jesus, I wouldn't even be here or met Trey or anything wouldn't
Amen.
So first and foremost, I mean, we played together in high school football. Like, we played.
Oh, dang.
And then, so I thought my reason for going up there playing football was, to go to the next level, play, or even coach.
Yeah.
And so that next year after I graduated, I tore my ACL and my rotator cuff. And that ruined my opportunity to go play in college. And I was like, well, it's not meant to happen. God got bigger plans. So I then coached that next couple of years, and Trey actually played. So it's like we played together, and then I coached him, and then.
So you were a year or 2 years ahead of him?
Yeah, I think I was a year, but I graduated in December, so I was able to go help in the spring, and then that whole football season. But so I was doing that, and I was also working another job. I think I was at Chick-fil-A at the time, so I was 2 jobs, driving up to Noonan every day. And then I forgot how we got into contact about about trading, and I was like, bro, this is what I want to do. I might have seen him post something. I was like, bro, you got to teach me. And he's like, I do everything I know. I take you under my wing. And I joined the Discord, the YWO, and ever since then, it was probably a year of just being in the Discord, just trading with him each and every day. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I want to be able to make the plays and make the money and do it myself. And then he was like, if you really want to learn, I'm gonna take you and teach you, and took me under his wing. So it's kind of cool because we played together. I coached him, then he coached me, and then what I'm saying, we're back in. So.
I have to give you your flowers, and I have to give you your flowers because one thing that sometimes we deal with as people is that we're unable to be humble enough to go to somebody who in some type of way we were big bro to them, or in some type of way we mentored them, or in your literal example, coaching them. And then later on coming to being humble enough to be like, look, I see you doing this thing. Like, can you help me? Can you put me on? Especially, I'm gonna be real, y'all, especially as men. Sometimes our ego can be at a place to where we don't want to go to another guy and say, like, hey, bro, can you help me? And it's usually when we know the person. That's usually what makes it hard, when we know the person. So, man, that says a lot, in my opinion. That says a lot about your character and a lot about just your mindset, that you were like, no, I need something different. So I'm going to go to trade. But also it says a lot about y'all's relationship. It says a lot that y'all had a good relationship. So that's definitely a blessing, bro. I think that's super cool. So look, let's talk about it. So you mentioned that you were in the community making a few different plays. And for clarity, y'all, that was not the AI trading community. That was Travion's initial trading community that he had. And so you mentioned that you were in that community, but then you said then he took you under his wing in a more like direct way.
Yeah.
So when he did that, was that first month the month that you made that 31,000?
Yeah. So that was my first. So I was the whole time, like just throughout I was in the Discord, I was still working, just, you know what I'm saying, trying to fund my trading and just continue to go crazy. And
yeah,
then I was like, bro, like I want to learn and teach me. So I took the mentorship. I was the first ever mentee to take his mentorship.
wow.
Like I was so like down to earth, like I wanted to learn and I was gonna learn it and didn't care what it took. And he literally like took me under his wing, showed me everything I know, and more than I could ever ask for in return. And it's honestly been a blessing because my life has changed like amazing. So like that first month, like I was we were trading, and like I really didn't even realize I ran up as much money as I did, because at first I was like, throughout the month, you know, I was still trying to learn myself throughout that year. And then so I was probably down like 15,000-20,000 just overall, just working in it. I took that mentorship. I made all of that 15,000-20,000 back and $31,000 in profit the first month.
Oh wait, so you technically you grossed about 46,000.
Yeah.
But you were down. But once you got under the actual education where you were learning like the direct information and everything, that's when you shot up 46,000, but technically 31,000 of that was profit.
Right.
Bro, that's fire. That look, Lauren already beat me to it. I was gonna say, y'all drop some fire emojis in the chat. That's crazy. That's incredible. Incredible. Oh man, major congratulations. So, all right, let's keep it moving. All right, now, all right, I had a few of these other questions you answering your story, so we're gonna keep it pushing. All right, now, so when you realize you made 31K profit that month, like what was that moment like for you? Like what was going through your mind? What were you feeling? Like what was that like?
I was like, this is the freedom that I've been chasing, and it took me no time. Maybe I traded 15-30 minutes that day and made 1,500 or 2,500, and like you can't beat that. No 9 to 5 is going to pay you 2,500 in 15-20 minutes. Like that's not thinkable. Yeah. And so I had to take a step back at first. Honestly, I was like holy, like thank you Jesus, like this is I never even imagined. Like I was thinking maybe like 5K that month or something, you know, just some.
Yeah, that's good. 5K is good.
And it turned out to be, you know, 31,000 in profit, and I had to take a step back and realize like what I'm actually doing and how it's actually changed my life and how it has changed my life.
Yeah.
And just after that, like I lost, maybe the next month I probably lost like maybe only 8,000, but because I needed to learn, like
you're still learning
that risk management. And I mean, like for me, losses aren't losses; they're learning opportunities to succeed in another opportunity. And so I just took like, why did I lose, like this and that, took it, applied it, ran up. I think I ran up maybe like, I want to say like 120,000 in the next 3 months. and
Ooh,
and,
yes.
and then out of that, I was greedy. Like I was so greedy, like for real. I felt on top of the world at that point because I mean,
Yeah.
like nobody could tell me nothing. Like
Exactly. You like, bro, don't talk like I'm rich. Like, what you talking about?
yeah, and then so God's funny in His way. He had to humble me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I probably lost like 50,000, and then I helped my mom's with like some mortgage. Had to fix the whip and stuff. So like I was down, like I was down. I had to like basically almost restart from zero again. I was like, well, I did it. I can do it again.
Yeah.
And then that was what, like 8 months ago, and now today's date, I'm over probably 321,000 in profit.
Man. Bro, what I love so much about your story is it's so much better. Like, as much as we all want a story, a testimony where it's like, it's just like moving like this, it's like, just like you said, like our hearts, our egos, we're not built for that. And God knows that. So it's a blessing for God to kind of take us, like to kind of humble us, readjust us, but also it matures you as well. And
Right.
so, because I know what you're talking about. Like, I can only imagine what your ego would be like. Because a lot of us have been there. They like started touching a lot of money, where it's like it's even hard for you to take advice from people because you're like, bro, what are you like? Who are you talking to? Like, you know how much money is in my account, or you know, like what I'm doing. And like, let me know in the chat if anybody, and again, it doesn't have to be just about money, y'all. Let me know in the chat if any of you have had that experience where there was a time in your life where you just felt like, hey, can't nobody really tell me nothing. And then God in his goodness was like, all right, look, I don't want you going that route. Let me kind of, bring you back in, make mature you, grow you, all of that. And so, but it's a good thing, y'all. The Bible says that God chastens who he loves. And so, meaning that, like, like a father who loves you, a mother who loves you, they're going to discipline you. But the purpose of discipline is to make sure you don't hurt yourself worse in the future. And so, man, that's such a real thing, such a real thing. Man, I love that so much about your story. And so we're also going to talk about, y'all, how the AI that we have in the community, how the AI is there to like further assist people even outside of Travion. So that way people are able to have more of that hands-on. So of course, there's literally day after day hands-on with Travion, more of that actual direct mentorship, similar to what John is talking about. But on top of that, we're leveraging AI as well to be able to double down on this as well. Now, I saw a couple comments. I want to address a couple of the comments. I see a few comments where people are mistaken on some stuff. Somebody's like, so it's 15K. No, it's not 15K. It's not 15K. For the hedge fund, the AI hedge fund, which comes with everything, the full suite, that is 25K one time. Now, some people here have 25K, or realistically, if all you have is 25K in your account, I would not say do the 25K. Realistically, like 25K, that's for people that you have a higher net worth than just 25K. But we have other options that are for the people. No matter what level you're at, we have different options to be able to help you out. But the goal is to leverage the AI, leverage the community to where everybody eventually can get to the AI hedge fund. Because the AI hedge fund is where you're now able to live your life, do whatever, and every day, basically every day be able to deposit or be able to see your wins, see your losses, all of that stuff. And all of it is being completely managed and handled for you. And so, anyway, that being said, yeah, so nothing is 15K. I just want to be very clear on that. Let me look at a couple of these other things. All right, pay your debts off, bro. God, yeah, exactly. Yeah, love that stuff. Love that so much. Okay, don't get that right now. yeah. No, you're totally good. You're totally good. All right, y'all. So look, we're about to get to it in a second. I just have a couple more questions for John. Then we're going to get to some of y'all questions for him, and then we'll get over to the different options and stuff. Make sure see what makes sense for everybody individually. And to be clear, y'all, the trading is literally every single day, Monday through Friday. So literally tomorrow morning, 9:45 a.m. to 11 a.m. is when we're doing live trading in the community. But even if you're not able to be available at that time, we do have automations. We're leveraging technology to be able to make sure people are aware of what trades need to be made. But again, depending on what level you're at, what option you're at, that will involve the AI more until the point where it's completely passive for you. You don't need to pay any attention to anything at all. So yeah, look, y'all, whatever numbers y'all putting in the chat are completely off. And not that y'all are crazy. It's just, again, y'all, I told y'all today is literally offers that we've never offered before. So literally I spoke to the team and they were like, hey, we could do this, we could do that. So listen, y'all, we got some stuff for y'all. But anyway, let's get back to it. So, man, you answered a lot of this stuff. Now, I don't want to talk about it because you already kind of touched the nail on the head. Where like you literally broke it down perfectly. Because one of my questions I had on here was talk about risk management, but you literally broke that down. Because even Travion had mentioned how when you did 31K that month, when I spoke to him privately, he had mentioned like, yeah, he did 31K that month. He said that was amazing, but at the same time, we need to start to focus a little bit more on the risk management. So again, we say that, y'all, and again, John has already done a phenomenal job of breaking that down. But I just want to double down. We say that to share that the education, all the education that John was getting, all literally the modules, the training, the resources, you get A to Z, everything that the trading manager knows. So that way, even outside of the AI, you will be a knowledgeable and equipped person yourself. But one of the things that you will hear reiterated over and over is risk management, is making sure that you're not putting too much dip in your chip. But again, John just touched on that. And based on the way stuff sounds now, it sounds like, he's a lot more locked in. Again, not to say that things are 100% perfect, because there's always going to be ups and downs. But I mean, look, having 300K profit, in the last 8 months is, shoot, I think that's really good. Yeah, cool. All right, y'all. So, all right, I guess we'll get to this last question that I have, and then we'll get to the questions in the chat. So, John, what would you say? Now, I see you engaging a little bit in the chat. So what would you say for someone who is on the fence of either starting to basically having Travion as a mentor, joining the community, having him as a trading mentor, and being able to leverage the knowledge and the resources and stuff that he has? What would you say for someone that's on the fence about getting started or jumping into it?
Well, I already had that trust with him because, we played football together, and I already had his trust. Like, I knew he had my back regardless. So, like, I was like, I'm going to take the risk. But for me,
exactly,
I would be like, I was like eight. For the mentorship, it was like $850, and I was like, bro, $850.
Your camera cut off. I don't know if you wanted to cut off, but your camera cut off. Yeah, you back.
Oh, all right. So I was like, for me, it's like, take the risk. Scare money don't make no money. Cause for me, like, it was like $850 to like get in the mentorship and go through everything for the first one. And I was like, bro, like, I'm taking it. I took the risk, spent the $850, and that $850 then was minuscule to what I got in return for. So.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. So, all right, let's go ahead. Go ahead. All right, y'all. So look, we about to go ahead and get into y'all's questions. While we're doing that, real quick, I'm going to show. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I was also like Lee. I was also like Lee. The very first day of my mentorship, I paid for the whole thing and made profit that very first day. So I was like, bro, at this point, why would nobody want to take this mentorship?
Yeah.
Like, it like changed your life, like, for real.
Are you still a plumber, or have you been able to? Did you entirely?
Nah. So after
a plumber.
Yeah. After that $31,000 month, man, I'm good on the 9 to 5.
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. No, that's so real though. Cause yeah, just like you said earlier, I've been seeing that. Because again, y'all, I'm new to trading. And the reason why I didn't want to jump into trading was because I've seen so many people who have these trading communities. And y'all know it's a lot of them that are really famous on social media. And I'm not throwing dirt on anybody's individual name, but it's a lot of people that are really popular online. But y'all know there a lot of them are not successful from trading. They're successful because they know how to build a brand on social media and create a community. And they're really rich off their community, but they're not rich from trading. But Travion, you know, and I say this all the time, and this is never shade to put on Travion. This actually is one of the beautiful things I love. Travion is not currently, because we believe in believing it's going to change in the future, but Travion is not some popular influencer. Travion has a very very modest following online. Travion is rich from trading. And that's what's really amazing. He's successful from trading, which is a beautiful thing to see. Y'all know when I got in the tech industry, I didn't become successful because I was helping people get in tech. I was in tech, doing a grind, growing, scaling, and y'all have seen me be able to scale and job hop and telling y'all at least half the stuff that I do. I don't tell people everything I be doing because I don't even be posting what company I'm at anymore because there's some weirdos online. That's all I'm gonna say. Some weirdos online. But that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm seeing people throw around different prices and stuff. So let me go ahead and show y'all this real quick so we can kind of at least show that. Then we're gonna jump into some of the Q&A stuff. So this is the breakdown. So let me move us off the screen real quick just so it shows this so y'all can see it a little bit better. All right, y'all. So these are the different options. So there's the investor member, the business member, the hedge fund member. So these are 3 different tiers, 3 different options. Again, y'all, initially when I first joined, there was only the hedge fund member. Check out, peep the typo. There was only the hedge fund member. And when I joined, I had to pay $7,500. Even though I was joining as essentially joining as a member, but also joining as a team leader. I made that investment and I did it literally a month before I ever talked about it. Because just like I got in tech months before I ever talked about how to get in tech, same thing. I was like, yo, let me check this out. Let me see the money that I can make. Let me see what can be done with it. So that was the first aspect of it. Now, these other tiers. So again, the people that were mentioning 500, 599, all of that stuff, what they're actually referring to is the investor tier. The investor tier to the left, this is currently $9.99. But today, literally, we have a discount that we're doing. And I actually offered this within the community as well. We gave a coupon to make sure everybody in the community gets this same offer because technically that wouldn't be right to offer this to people and then not give it to our community. So again, for anybody here who is in the community, make sure y'all are checking the chat because we posted the coupon for y'all to make sure y'all are able to take advantage of this forever in the ongoing future. So literally joining today, it's $3.99. By the morning, this will be gone. So it's $3.99, and then it won't be $3.99 anymore. So it's $3.99 now. Now this comes with everything John mentioned in the mentorship he got, plus more. So it comes with 5 days of live trading session per week. So this is direct with Travion. This also includes signaling, if anybody's familiar with signaling, charts, all that good stuff. But this also comes with his full course and manual, literally learning everything that he's learned. Again, going back to what John was talking about, where John went from just being in the community to actually being mentored. So again, the investor member is getting essentially the mentorship where you're learning everything A to Z. Education-wise. Now, this tier has the least amount of AI involvement. So this tier involves a 24/7 AI mentor with support. Now, this AI mentor has all of the knowledge from the trading course and manuals. So it has all of that knowledge, all of that information. So anything you want to ask it, it is specific to Travion's knowledge as well as some other things within the market as well. So that way, if it's 11 p.m. at night, 1 a.m. in the morning, and you're studying the modules or you're going through the materials and you have a question, literally in the community, you're able to drop in your own private DMs in the community, and the AI will be able to respond to you and be able to literally chat with you, answer questions about it, as well as if you have ideas about a certain type of trade that you want to do. Again, you can engage with the AI mentor. So one, you have the direct mentorship with Travion, and then two, of course, you have the AI, which essentially is an AI version of Travion, except it's a female avatar that is a lot prettier than Travion is. No shade, Travion. So then we have the business member. Now this is for people who are really trying to get to the bag. So just as it says here, I mean, y'all could probably read faster than I could talk. So this sets you up. It puts you in place to be able to get up to $250,000 in funding. Now it says $100,000, but let me explain it. This one comes with AI credit repair. So it comes with everything in the investor tier. This one comes, but also it comes with AI credit repair. It's fully done for you credit repair. Now there's a reason. I know some people are like, what does credit repair have to do with AI trading? I'm going to explain to you in a second. So this one comes with AI credit repair, completely done for you, but it's credit repair to set you up for then the AI funding. The funding and all of this is done, it's literally been in collaboration with Wealth Builders, which is Ty. For anyone who knows Ty, he's been doing funding for 10 years now. So literally the AI credit repair, it sets you up for the funding to receive personal or business funding. Now, if you don't have a business, part of the service also is done for you business setup and business credit building. So again, y'all, the credit repair, this is full credit repair. It sweeps the negative items off your credit, and it adds trade lines on it. All this happens for you passively. Now, again, y'all, all of this is happening while you're making money in the community. Now, the reason for this is for those people who want to get that funding, anywhere between 100 to really up to 300,000 in the most extreme examples that I've seen. And that way you can use that funding. First and foremost, you can use it for whatever you want to use it for, but also it's meant to get you to wealth. So the people that are like, yo, I want to get the hedge fund. I want to join the hedge fund. So that way I could literally just, one, you'll be able to make more money because you're able to put, you'll have more capital to put inside of your Webull account. And then two, it'll be entirely passive. And this comes with the full AI where literally all of the trading is happening for you entirely. And so, and again, just so if this gets posted on YouTube, so YouTube and Instagram don't take this down, there are risks that involve. There are no guarantees. Not a financial advisor. I'm not used to my videos getting taken down, y'all. So it really threw me off. I was like, what? I never got hit with strikes on YouTube before. So anyway, that being said, so this is the breakdown. Now, again, y'all, to be clear, for the business member, this is $19.99 one time. And then you get 1 month free, basically, or 1 month without the $3.99, and then after a month is $3.99. So literally, you're just paying $19.99 one time, and then immediately that sets you up for the AI credit repair and the AI funding. And so, starting tomorrow, or starting as soon as you're gonna, be engaged on some level, you will be able to start making money within the AI trading community, while passively your credit, all of that stuff is getting set up to put you in position for that high level funding. And again, the goal, so y'all, I want to break down why this is set up this way. It's set up this way because the purpose of the hedge is for wealthy people or high net worth people. What we want to set it up to where everybody can get to that level. Everyone can get to that level. So if you're a person where you're like, yo, I definitely want to be able to set up or put in place. Then, of course, again, today, literally today is the $19.99. Tomorrow morning is going to go back to the 4K, and that's for the business member. Or for the investor member, it's $3.99 to be able to get in. And again, that comes with the investor member alone, comes with everything that John was talking about plus more. But for the business member, I mean, let's be real. The investor member is really for the person that just doesn't really have any money at all. And it's meant to put you in position to where you can start making money literally this month, to where then you'll have the money, the capital to be able to upgrade to being a business member, which will set you up for being a AI hedge fund member. So again, y'all, this is the breakdown. Let me look at the chat real quick, see what y'all talking about. I love that y'all are active in the chat. Hopefully I'm doing a good job of explaining this. All right, I'm going to start at, Whitney. Yeah, y'all, let me know in the chat who all is getting started tonight. I see Whitney in the chat said I need to start tonight, full caps. All right, I see Isan. I'm gonna butcher your first name, and I'm really big on saying names proper. The Bible got me feeling like I need to be able to say everybody's names right. Oli Ma or Oli May, I think. Oli May is the first part of how to pronounce your name, I think. Or Olu, I'll just say Olu. I'm assuming that's a nickname you go by. Maybe not. Let me know. Olu says ready to invest. Veronica's in the chat. She said Trey is that guy. Yeah, shouts out to our trading manager. Jonathan says seen the proof. John said Trey is that guy. Wait, let me find out that JC, you're not Jonathan, are you? That's somebody else?
No, that's somebody else.
Okay, cool. All right. I was like, I don't know where you got two names in here. Okay, cool. I ain't never seen nobody do that before. Yeah, Hedge Fund. That's hilarious. I will save up for that second tier. Yeah, look, if you don't have the second tier, that's the purpose of the first tier, is so you can make that money as quickly as possible and then be able to jump into that second tier. My suggestion, and again, y'all, I'm not the trading manager. Travion will help you with this, and the AI on the platform will help you with this. But my suggestion is that, because every single day every day you make money, if anyone is not familiar, you're able to literally deposit the money in your bank account that day. So my suggestion, you could either go one or two ways. Either one, you could just let your account grow until you get to the point to where you can go ahead and become a business member, or you can go ahead and or if you're a person where you're you want to just kind of keep taking some of the money out, you could do. I mean, it's your money. You can do whatever you want to do with it. But anyway, let me get back to all right, y'all. So nothing for those who can't afford this. So if someone cannot, if you're talking about the $399, I'm gonna be real, y'all. Again, when this started, it was just a hedge fund. $399, in my opinion, the only thing I would say, and this would be a suggestion that I have for people, and this has been, even when I've helped people get in tech, whenever I ran into people that couldn't, afford them. And by the way, no shade to anybody, because I've seen negatives in my bank accounts. I've seen my account in the negatives more than I've seen it in the hundreds of thousands. That being said, for anyone who's like, man, I can't even do, $399, this is my suggestion for you. Not saying this is a perfect suggestion because everybody's situation is different. My suggestion would be to, if you don't have the credit and you don't have anything at all, my suggestion would be to start doing some type of third-party service, like either Lyft driving like I used to do, or doing Uber Eats, Door Dashing, finding something you could do, because realistically, you can make $399 in 2 days. In 2 days of Lyft driving, I could make, really, depending on when you're Lyft driving, you could almost make this in 1 day, almost, depending on the time you're driving, how long. But 2-3 days max, even if you're being modest, you can make this. Now, mind you, it won't be $399 in 2 or 3 days, but same thing, in a week you'll be able to invest or be able to join. So that would be my suggestion for that person. They have funny options to help. Yeah. So there is financing. So anybody who has decent credit, there's different. And again, y'all can click the link in the chat, or excuse me, the link in the description or in the chat. The link is being dropped. Shouts out to Rosick. Rosick is been posting a link a few different times in the chat, the different options. All right, y'all. So look, y'all, we about to go ahead and get into the questions. So make sure, again, y'all can ask questions about the AI trading community. Y'all can ask questions for John, all that good stuff. Shouts out to the community members that are here, that are showing love. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get to some of these questions. All right. So what if you can't attend the sessions due to working a 9 to 5? As well, for the second tier, can we pay the $19.99 in installments if we don't have the full amount? I will. Again, everything is not my final decision because this is not Cyrus's thing. This is something Cyrus is a part of. Let me stop speaking about myself in third person. That's so weird. It's something that I'm a part of. That being said, I will go out on a limb. Can't make a promise, but I will go out on what's up, Ellie Barajas? I'm just now realizing that's you. What's up, Ellie? How you doing? I'm literally just now realizing that's you. Wow, it's been a long time since I remember seeing your name in the chat. That's so cool to see you here. All right, so I will go out to say that yes, you can, but I know because again with that one, the AI starts right away. Like it starts working on your stuff right away. So the $19.99, like to actually become like the business tier member, and again after today is going to be going to go back up to the other price or the other investment. Tomato. One thing I will say, it starts working right away. So part of the reason that I know that the actual developers recommend not letting people do a payment plan with it is because it's kind of like once it starts working, like to building up, like fixing your credit and stuff, it's not something that like the pause button could be hit on. So that's why, again, it's not my say so to say, yeah, you fully can, but I will go out on a limb enough, especially because, Ellie, I'm like, we know each other, to some degree. I don't know if you became a super corrupt person, now I'm joking, but I know you to some degree. So I will go out on a limb to say that it probably would be okay for you to do a 2-month split. And realistically, like, and again, y'all, if I end up being told that this can't happen, I'm going out on a limb. I'll go out on a limb for you, Ellie, because, I know you. The risk will be on me. I would have to pay your other half if you end up kind of running off on the plug. So don't play me because I'm going to end up having to pay your half. But realistically, you making like that $1,000, back within the month. And again, for the purpose of YouTube, we're not making guarantees. Don't flag my video again. Don't take my YouTube channel down. With that being said, yeah, I would be willing to go out on a limb and say you could do that. And again, no disrespect to anybody else. I cannot make that offer to anybody else here. It is because I know her. I'm familiar with her. I'm familiar with Ellie. Man, it's been so long. That's so crazy. Anyway. All right, so Mia says, "Is the hush? Y'all are killing me, and that's my fault. That I didn't catch. I didn't catch the typo. Should have leveraged AI to make the PowerPoint. No, I'm completely joking. I'm joking, Rosick. Rosick, you did a good job. So is the hedge fund like a loan? So no, it's not like a loan. So excuse me, I didn't do a good job or a thorough job of breaking it down. So that portion, so the 25K one time, that is what. So if anyone's familiar with a hedge fund, you literally get access to the hedge fund. The average minimum access for a hedge fund is $100,000. Y'all can look this up. That's the average minimum. The average amount people put to enter a hedge fund is $1 million. The hedge funds are meant for rich people. It's meant for rich people. And so this hedge fund eventually will be up there to where it'll be $100,000 entry point. Some of y'all remember that this used to be $7,500 entry point. And then it went to 15K. Now it's 25K. So this will eventually be at that level. But full transparency, it's one of those things where as we're networking at different tech events, different finance events, basically as we show a proof with a lot of very wealthy clients how much richer our AI has made them or how much more wealthy it has made them, then of course it'll give us a lot more evidence. So right now, we're able to show evidence of people making $5,000 a day, $7,000 a day, $2,000 a day, which is good, but we need we need more proof, we need more people, and we need people that have certain names or have certain respect to be able to challenge, to be able to channel that type of people with that type of net worth. So anyway, so that being said, the hedge fund, so it's $25K to enter the hedge fund. After that, there is no monthly anything with the hedge fund. Literally, there is a monthly, but it's not a set amount. It's literally a profit share. So it's a 40-60 or 50-50, depending on when someone came in, profit share. What does that mean? That means that when a hedge fund member, when they passively make $20,000 one month, that means they keep 60% of that. So if my math is correct, they would keep $12,000. The actual business keeps $8,000 in that example. So, and you can continue to extrapolate that math wise. So, and again, what they're making is largely in part based on what they have put in their own account and what's being traded from that account. So, not like hypothetically speaking, if someone has 100,000 in their account, you could do the math. It'll be, in those examples, and again, nothing's guaranteed. Don't take this video down. But in that example, they, now we're talking $50,000, $100,000 a month. Again, it's so many variables. I'm not a trading manager. This is why we have people that actually do this. And so
I see some about some for me, options or futures. When I first started, I started trading options. Here recently in the past, maybe like 6 months, I've changed to futures, and both I really, really enjoy. Futures, I think I like a little bit better because options, I was my own stop loss and had to be disciplined enough to know when to get out and know when to stuff. So I'm liking the futures aspect of it. And then as far as the mentorship, it's two different, like from YWO's mentorship and this mentorship's two different things. You can see all that on the YWO Instagram. It's two totally different things.
Yeah. Y'all look, so shouts out to, all right, I see a few people in the chat. They're saying that they joined. People asking, can they upgrade later? So yeah, great question, Whitney. Great question, Whitney. So let me break this down. So Whitney asked a great question. So again, shouts out to everybody that's already joining, for people who already signed up. Whitney says, I just paid for the business option, not playing games with this opportunity. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Yeah, y'all, I truly like the business option. To be a business member is honestly, I'm not gonna say it's the best, because obviously technically the hedge fund is the best. But again, the great thing about being a business member is that, again, passively the AI is fixing your credit, setting you up for funding, and again, setting up your business credit profile, your personal credit, your business credit, all of that stuff. If anybody's seen my interviews in the past with people that have gotten funding, literally it's through the exact same business. That's Ty's business. Ty has grafted his business into what we're doing. And so we're literally like, yo, let's set people up, because we're like, yo, we want to get everyone to where they can be an AI hedge fund member, or a hedge fund member. And so, yeah, so for someone who's like, hey, can I upgrade later? Yes, you can. So I want to break down how this is set up. So this is the way that we've set it up. By the grace of God, we've been able to do it this way. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. Initially, this wasn't even really orchestrated this way. The irony is that us wanting to help people who don't have a lot of money, when I first came in, it was like, no, only for basically rich people, or only for these people, we're only going after these people, we're only going to work with these people, we're only going to help these people. And y'all know my platform is to like help people that either have, no money, a little bit of money, or they got some decent money, be able to get to some more money. And I came in and I was like, yo, like, come on, like, that's not really my thing. And so by the grace of God, setting it up this way actually sets it up to where it's like, yo, we could literally get people in our community to become those rich people. Because again, breaking it down, let's say it's someone who you just really don't have much money at all. You're like, yo, I gotta start. And again, I want to say this, I'm not assuming someone doesn't have a bunch of money if you start at the investor tier. Sometimes some people, you got your own reasons, totally cool. Maybe you would like, okay, let me kind of step into this to see what's what. But that being said, let's say someone, okay, you start at the $3.99 investor tier. Again, I'm going to say this, anybody listen to this, do not be mad at me if when you watch this later or you see this later and it's not $399. Again, do not be mad at me. So today, $399. So it's set up to where literally, and again, depending on how much you're putting into your account, all of that is set up to where within anywhere between a week to a month, you will be able to then upgrade to a business member, or 2 months. Again, it depends on what you're doing, like what you're putting in and stuff like that. But either way, it's set up to where for everybody who is able to graduate to a business member. And again, it's not $19.99 a month. It's literally just that one time, and then after that, it's the same amount, the $399 a month. But it's set up to where now your credit is being fixed up, trade lines are being added on, business account is being set up, business credit is being built out to set you up for you be able to get funding. So then with part of that funding, you can use part of that funding to become a hedge fund member. And then now you have, again, depending on how much you put into your account, now you have an extra $150,000, $100,000 that you could do whatever with, whether you want to put that, put a down payment on a house, or you want to invest it, you want to build a bit, whatever else you want to do, you're able to do that with your money. It's your money, but it's meant to set you up to be a hedge fund member. So now the AI can just be making you money entirely, and you could just be living your life doing whatever. So again, y'all, the entire way this has been broken down, and that's why we love the way that, realistically, we got to give glory to God. The way this has been set up is to be able to help everybody be able to scale to those greater levels, be able to scale to full passive income leveraging the AI. So yes, to answer your question in short, yes, you can. That's the full breakdown. All right, Lucy says, okay, 60-40, thanks. What about the taxes though? Yeah, so all of that is broken down in the community. So this isn't something where it's like you get in and you're like, okay, like what's what? We have modules. We have a full team, like a full support team. We actually have a customer, community support team that's literally like more people are starting this week. So right now we have roughly about 5 team members that are there for support. But again, the AI that's on the platform is able to answer every question as well. So so literally when it comes to the taxes, Travion is able to explain that stuff to you. Again, he in and of himself is not a tax professional, but he's been doing this for years. So he's able to explain what that looks like realistically. Also, you get that education in the actual course. So in the course, you're learning this stuff. So this isn't just you. This is literally you becoming educated. Like, I'm literally going through the course right now myself, so I could become better educated in explaining these things and answering more of these questions. So yeah, so you literally learn everything: the tax, the tax side of things, doing the trading even by yourselves, and that way you understand why the AI is making the suggestions that it's making, and or you understand what Travion is explaining for you to do. So what did you mean by this program is different than? Yeah, so I think I just answered that. So yeah, so the different elements of how the AI is included within the program, as well as the different tiers and the gradual involvement of the AI and how it's set up to be able to get you to entirely passive income. Because technically, trading is not day trading is not passive income. Technically, it's considered inactive income. But people never talk about that. People think like income is either active or it's passive, but there's a such thing as inactive income, where it's a bit of a hybrid, where it's like you can make way more money in a shorter amount of time, and it can change and have variables and variations. Like technically someone a person who has an Airbnb business, if they're running their Airbnb business, that's not really passive income. It's inactive income, because they still have to do some level of work, but then there's actual passive income. That's a person who owns a company, but is not even the CEO, because a CEO is not making passive income. A CEO is working the job of a CEO. The founder or investors who invested in the company and don't have to do anything, they're making passive income. So this is set up to where as you graduate to different levels, you will be at a level to where you are truly making passive income, So What a time to be alive, y'all, with AI. All right, when does the price change? So tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning. It's supposed to be midnight tonight, but I don't think the team is gonna be checking the links. So if anybody knows me, I always be trying to stretch stuff for people. So, but at least by tomorrow morning. At least by tomorrow morning. And also, y'all, I want to be clear. This is a no commitment thing. So there's no like if hypothetically speaking, I'm gonna be real with y'all. There's literally only been one person. There's one person that canceled, and they canceled within a week and a half. And he's somebody who knows me. And I was like, bro, I was like, what? Like, I said, yo, at least make money and then cancel on day 29. Like, if you want to like cancel on day 29, like make some more money. But long story short, he was being real. He's someone who has a community, and he was being honest. He said basically the Holy Spirit checked his heart. He said, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was just trying to see what all y'all were doing so I could copy it and take it. He says, but bro, like I spoke to my wife. God checked my heart on this, and so I'm canceling. This just ain't right. This ain't right. And so shouts out to him. Shouts out to God. Shouts out for him honoring God in that regards. But again, y'all, no commitment. This ain't some weird thing where it's like you got to put your Social Security down and it's on your credit. None of that stuff. We're not here for that. We're here to help people, and we're gonna have testimony after testimony. Like again, I'm interviewing somebody else later this week. Probably every week we're gonna have a testimony. We're gonna bring somebody else up talking about it. So y'all, we just here to help people see people elevate. That's what my platform is about. That's what Ty's platform is about. We've just helped people. God has used us to bless a lot of people. So we just literally are just trying to bless more people. No, so you don't need to have an LLC. So y'all, for the business member tier, you don't need an LLC. Everything is set up for you. So if you don't need any of that. Again, that's why the AI sets everything up for you. Of course, with some manual involvement, when it comes to the Wealth Builders team, all of that. And so, but no, you don't need an LLC. You don't need a business. You don't need nothing. All of it's going to get set up for you. That's the beautiful aspect. Yeah, so we talk about AI. It's a lot of AI involvement and a lot of in much of what's happening. Yeah, the program is self-paced. Yeah, good questions. So what if I clicked on the investor link, but now I want to do the business opportunity? I have not committed to it yet, but I have created my password and received the code. You can upgrade. So you can upgrade. And if you start it today, when you upgrade, you're able to be locked into the so let's say like you upgrade at least by tomorrow, or again, I'm gonna try to stretch it. Don't beat me up if I'm not able to do this, but at least by Tuesday, but I can say at least by tomorrow, you'll be able to keep in that the $19.99 option. You'll be able to lock that in. But either way, everybody has an opportunity to upgrade. All right, Lauren. All right, shouts out to Jamie who just joined, and the business member. All right, how can we sign up at later today? You'll have to message me on Instagram. We're building out a separate Instagram page, a LinkedIn page, all of that stuff for it. We're building all of that stuff out. But today you can message me on my Instagram. I'm gonna try to set up an automation. So I'll say this. Myself and the team will set this up. For the investor tier, again, if for either investor tier or business member, DM me on Instagram if you need some time tonight to get your affairs and orders and whatnot. No, I'm joking, but no, if you need a little bit of time tonight, DM me investor or DM me business. Yeah, business. I'm trying to make sure I don't have another automation. Y'all know them automations that be crazy. My bad, y'all, for y'all getting 50, 11 million automations alerts from me and stuff. Because it's either people get mad at me because I'm not sending enough reminders or I'm sending too many. And so got to pick your poison. But that being said, yeah, DM me investor or business. Now, again, no guarantees. I'm going to try to have it set up tonight, but I got a bunch of other stuff to do. Y'all, I'm still working my job in tech, all of that, because I'm using my tech money to put that money into this as I'm investing and I'm growing that account. So my plan is, I'm hoping, my birthday is Christmas Eve. I'm believing that by Christmas Eve, I will probably, like, I'm gonna be at a point to where my goal is to get to a point to where, like, I'm making $50,000 to $100,000 a month within the trading. Once I'm at that level, and of course that's gonna take me putting a lot more in my account than what I have in my account. But once I'm at that level, I'm gonna go ahead and probably say peace to working in tech. So, or I'm gonna keep working in tech, because it's like, I don't know. Who knows? It's like, I'm already living remote. I'm already living life. Like, why would I cut out an extra, few $100,000 a year? I don't know. We're going to see. I'm going to make a big announcement when it happens, though. All right. Have you made money yet in this? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I made money in it, 5 months ago when I first jumped in. I put up a post on my Instagram about 2 months ago where I did a side-by-side. Because y'all know I used to be a Lyft driver. In 1 week of Lyft driving, I made about, I think, like $900. And I made more than that before. I made like $1,200 or $1,300, but those were extreme weeks. But I took a screenshot of a week of Lyft driving. Like, my average of week of Lyft driving, I made about $900. In 1 day, I posted this on my Instagram. In 1 day, I made over $1,100, or specifically the AI made me over $1,100. And so, as a hedge fund member, the AI made me over $1,100. Now, I want to be clear, I would have made way more, but the amount that I had in the account, again, it depends on how much you have in the account, again, those variables. But I made $1,100 in 1 day without doing nothing. The AI made the money for me. So I posted the side-by-side on my Instagram, like, 3 years ago, I spent over 60 hours of driving 6 days a week, because I was driving about 8 to 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. People, and we're not talking gas. We're talking $900, not accounting for gas. So really, I probably made about maybe $700, maybe $650. Took me an entire week to make what AI made me passively in 1 day. And realistically, again, going back to what John said, realistically, it probably happened in more about like 15 minutes when it happened. And so, yeah, I've made money, definitely. I've made money. So, cool. All right, let me get back to these questions. And John, again, so we about to wrap up soon. If there's any other questions you see that are pertinent. Oh no, not my grape. My grape. All right, so if I upgrade, I'll be paying $399 and $19.99. So it'll be $19.99 one time, $399 a month starting the next month. So it won't be $399 and $19.99. It's $19.99. And I want to be real with y'all. This package, the business member package, even aside from the AI, aside from the trading aspect, just the AI credit repair and the build out for business funding, literally that alone was $4K. For anybody who's seen me talk about it, when I was interviewing people who were getting funding with Ty and I was talking about it, literally that alone was $3 to $4K. So this is, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. The reason why, like, because Ty, obviously he's so hype about, he's like, bro, we could set people up. So he's losing money because this is technically Ty's business, like the AI credit repair, the trading. By himself, he charges $3 to $4K for this. Full transparency. The reason why he's totally cool and he's like, yo, let's just go ahead. Like, he's like, bump it. I don't need to make any money from this. Because he's like, yo, people are going to get set up for funding. They're going to be put in place for big funding. And then it's like, at that point, let's say it takes you a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever, to get the funding, depending on like where your credit and stuff is at and how long the sweeps and all that take for your situation. It's like, at that point, you would trust us so much. You'll trust Ty so much and everything he's been doing because one, your credit would have gotten fixed, but two, you would have been making money in the community. So full transparency, he's like, yo, I don't care if I lose money on this. Let's go ahead and do it for this, because people at that point are gonna trust the process, and then those people are gonna upgrade to be a hedge fund member. So again, y'all, just keeping it a buck. So this is really fire, like really fire. Like some people know. It's a couple of people that were, long story short, it's some people that paid $1,500 just for the credit suite, not even for all of the rest of it. But let me get off that. Let me get to y'all's questions. What's up, Mario? Mario said, once you're enrolled, how do you get started? Yes. So Mario, you joined. I literally saw you joined literally one day before the AI was updated. So you're about to see a whole bunch of different updates and stuff if you haven't seen them yet. So you said, once you enroll, how do you get started? Yeah. So there's a full. I mean, shoot. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like. I don't know why I'm just I can clearly show y'all instead of just talking about it. Let me pull it up. My bad, y'all. It's unprofessional to be eating and streaming like this, but all right, I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, so literally as you join, so when you join, you'll receive a DM. It'll be an automated DM from the AI. So you'll receive a DM from the AI. The AI, her name is Angel. She'll give you a breakdown of what you can expect. She'll give you a breakdown of literally of everything to be looking forward to doing the video. And then after that, there's a welcome video. The welcome video right now, it's with Rosick. We're gonna update it in a couple days. We might or might not, but we have a welcome video that gives you a full tour of the platform. So this is the community. It gives you a full tour of the community, breaking down. So obviously you see right here the funding. So for every business member to go ahead and get started on the funding, all you need to do is go right in here into the 100K funding, and then this is the funding link for you to get set up for the funding. So now this is only for those that already qualify for funding. So again, these are the requirements. You get a whole breakdown of the requirements. So as y'all can see, the purpose of this is to basically get you set up right away if you qualify for the funding. If you don't qualify for the funding yet, then again, you have the AI credit repair, completely done for you credit repair. Now again, if you are not a business member, you will see these, but you won't be able to click on them. So again, for business members that get started right away, tonight you can go ahead and start getting this set up. So that way you can get set up for either the credit repair if you don't qualify for the funding. Oh, can y'all see my screen? Oh, I'm not sharing it. That's crazy. Wait, y'all can see my screen, right? Oh, dang, my bad, y'all. I feel that's so weird. Why can I see it, but y'all can't see it? Let me try. Let me stop it and I'll restart it. Maybe. All right, let's run it back. All right, can y'all see it now? Can y'all see it now? Okay, somebody said yep. Somebody said nope. Okay, y'all can see it now. Okay, cool. Sorry, let's run it back. All right. So when you join, literally let me go back. So again, you receive in your inbox, because you'll have your own inbox. You'll receive you'll have a video with the AI. Excuse me, not a video. You'll have a breakdown from the AI Angel, who's going to message you, welcoming you, give you a breakdown. From there, there's literally a breakdown of the community video that you're able to watch, like when you get started. So there's a getting started video that welcomes you and it gives you a tour of everything. So I'm not going to give y'all a full tour right now. I'm just giving y'all a quick high level overview. From there, if you are a business member, you will be able to click on these options. So you see right here, funding and credit. Let me zoom in a little bit. Funding and credit. So if you qualify for the funding, go ahead and get started right away. So that way you can go ahead and get the funding if you meet the qualifications. If you don't meet the qualifications, no worries. You have access to the done for you AI credit repair. And it works really fast. When it comes to the funding, as soon as you qualify for the funding is like within 48 to 72 hours. And then the money goes directly to your bank account. The way the funding works, it goes directly to your bank account. And yeah, y'all see here, member central, people introduce themselves, getting started. So you have the education in here, you have the community discussions, the live chat, and then the live trading. Someone asked earlier, well, what if I'm busy during the time of the live trading? So there are signals and alerts that'll be sent out even outside of the live trading to give you other money making opportunities throughout the day, despite your schedule. So again, no matter what level you're at or no matter what your involvement is. Now, of course, the more involved you are, the more money making opportunity you have. And then, of course, you have your courses down here. This is the academy. So that way you can, this is the learning modules. So that way you have the resources, everything to give you what you need. And then also I'll put in here the career accelerator for anybody that is a career professional and you also are looking to be able to scale. This has everything you need as a career professional when it comes to scaling in your career. So I ain't trying to put people business out there. Now, when it comes to the, I ain't gonna get too deep into all that stuff. But anyway, so that's a glance of what the community platform looks like. We're still navigating other community members over here because some community members are still on the previous platform. But the reason why we moved everyone over here is because this platform allows us to have our native AI on here, where we're able to build out the native AI. So the other platform where everybody else is at, we were not able to do that. So we've come over to this platform. Even though this platform costs more money, it's worth it because it gives y'all, it allows us to have the AI that's able to be there to support y'all the whole time. All right, that's a little quick high-level overview. That being said, we're gonna get to a couple more questions. We're gonna wrap up. Try to wrap up at least by like 9:30, the next like 5-7 minutes. All right, cool. Somebody said JC says 7 figures. Yeah, JC in the chat says I was the first mentee. Now there are 15 mentees and all are over 6 or 7 figure traders. Yeah. And to be clear, y'all, that's even without the AI. So anybody who's like, oh man, like how is it going to work? How is this? How is that? Valid questions. Literally, they're like within that community, the initial community, 6 and 7 figures without the AI, without the additional support and stuff that y'all are getting. And so, I mean, y'all just kind of are able to kind of see that with examples. Nate said, did you say 7? Yeah. The opportunity stands in front of you. Okay, good stuff. Yeah. Just like you said, like it's not a big platform, but yeah, we're about to blow this up and make this really amazing. Yeah, so you'll be able to rewatch. We'll send a rewatch link to everybody, but unfortunately, the links won't be available because this platform, when you watch the rewatch, there's no way to like click on a link when you're rewatching it.
Yeah, and if y'all got any on the fence about Trey, like he's already his stuff is his credentials is already about just like in school systems already. So like obviously his stuff, what y'all are learning, his stuff works.
Yeah, like to double down on that to make sure y'all heard him clearly. In actual schools, and by schools, not meaning someone's program on the side, meaning like schools that are a part of school districts and counties and stuff like that. So in that exact same education that school boards have picked up on when it comes in, and specifically for like middle schoolers, high schoolers, for them to learn trading and start making money. One of the 13-year-olds recently had I can't remember how much it was. I think it was an $8,000 day. It was something. It was something like crazy, where I was like, man, being 13 making that much money in one day is insane. But yeah, y'all listen. All of the mentorship, the modules, the education, the hand holding, literally all of that is involved within the community and what's going on. Is there an Instagram for the group? So no, not for the AI trading community. There's not an Instagram for that, but the Instagram is being made for that tomorrow or Tuesday. The Instagram, the LinkedIn, all that stuff is being built out. And I want to be real, y'all. The reason why we're building all of that stuff out is largely because like we've been hiring. So we have a bunch of people that are starting, and we want them to be able to put it on their LinkedIn. Like we want to like have everything set up so people can see this in like a real major visible way.
Yeah, and Nate, talked about the mentorship. What's that? It's a whole different like own mentorship through YWO and not through this AI hedge fund. And it is not the same what can I say, progression through it. Like it's not AI through that. It's straight like you learn the information and you trade yourself.
All right, Braxton said the hyperlink is not popping up. So if you look in the description on the video, then you'll see the link that's there. Or you can like other people are accessing it. So if somebody else that's accessed it, either someone else that's accessed it or Ross it, can y'all post in the chat how to access the link? And again, for anybody that's rewatching this later, you probably won't be able to click on a link at all. What you will need to do, so let me go ahead and pin this. All right. So right there is to become investor member. Right here is to become a business member. But yeah, so anybody that's rewatching this later, you won't have access to the links. You will need to DM me. You'll need to DM me either investor or business. So if you want to become a business member, then you comment business in my DMs or on my page. Probably in my DMs. I'm not gonna put it on because I don't want nobody randomly commenting business on my page on my Instagram. So do it that way. Do it that way. All right. Make sure there's not anything else that needs to come up. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get this breakdown one more time, so that way everybody has full clarity. And if anybody needs to use their phone, you can literally use the QR code. You can hover your phone over the QR code that's on the screen. Let me go back to the QR code. All right, y'all. So again, there's 3 different tiers to make sure everybody is clear. 3 different tiers. One of the tiers is the hedge fund for hedge fund members. That is $25K one time for hedge fund members. Currently, there are roughly somewhere between about 15 to 20, which is a wide number, but it's somewhere between 15 to 20 hedge fund members. Also, y'all, when it comes to the technology and it comes to the AI, Arthur Bernier is the chief technology officer. So if anybody here is familiar with Arthur Bernier, he is an AI engineer. He's a full stack developer, full stack AI engineer. He has been a chief technology officer for 2 other tech startups. And he also has been an instructor at some academy. I forget the name of the academy, but he's been an instructor, like a full stack development instructor. He also is the founder of It's Deeper Than Code podcast. So he's a brilliant mind. And so he's come on as the chief technology officer, essentially to make the AI more robust. Because part of the reason why we weren't able to accept more people, because I know a lot of people have been waiting, and we kept saying like, hey, we created a wait list. Some of you are here because y'all have been on the wait list for months. The reason why was because the AI could only take on a certain amount of people. And so before, it basically wasn't able to function at an optimal level. So that's why we've been able to bring him on. He's built out all type of technology when it comes to making money, when it comes to automation, different triggers, alerts. He's been there, done that. So he's a big dog in the tech industry. So we're very excited to have him come on with what it is that we're doing. And so also something I didn't mention before with the hedge fund tier for all the hedge fund members, that also comes with a dedicated customer success manager or member success manager, that literally white glove treatment. They're actually starting this week. So we're going to have like dedicated members. One, they're going to be involved in the community, but others of them are going to be dedicated specific to the hedge fund members. Of course, with the business member, this comes with, of course, everything when it comes to the trading, the signals, the alerts, the course, the manuals, the AI mentorship and support, but it also comes with the full credit sweep and build out for personal and business to set you up for to get the higher level of funding. So then if you want to graduate to being a hedge fund member, you can do that. And then, of course, as basically a catch-all for those that just want to get started, then we have the investor tier instead for those that are just looking to get started. And again, none of these are an ongoing commitment, but realistically, we know it's going to be a commitment with a lot of people. And of course, we have like affiliate stuff. So my opinion, first month, make money, get confidence in what it is that we're doing, understand what's going on. And then unless some of y'all are already familiar, maybe your first week, you're like, cool, I'm ready to become an affiliate. Let us know. And we'll be able to help, because the goal is to be able to help all of us, help our communities, help our friends, help everybody be able to elevate and make money leveraging AI and leveraging the community. But again, my suggestion, wait at least a week, not mandatory, but wait at least a week. Because that way, when you talk to your friends or your family, you can show them your results. You could tell them what's going on. You can speak from a place of experience and not a place of like, XYZ. So same thing. That's why when I started, we're starting doing this, y'all are seeing me bring on testimonials of people who've had even more experience than I've had doing this. So they could tell you a lot of the highs and lows, ups and downs of what they had. Now, of course, we have the AI here now. So now the performance is going to be at a higher level for people. But again, that's just my suggestion when it comes to inviting people. Profit. All right, look at the comments. All right, again, y'all, just to be very, very clear, I don't want nobody to be mad at me. I want to be very clear, y'all. There's the YWO. That is not the AI. That's not the funding. That's not the credit repair. That's not the AI stuff. That is the community where it's, still making money, still a huge opportunity when it comes to that. But that doesn't involve the other aspects of what I'm speaking about. So I'm not involved when it comes to YWO. Fire community, obviously that's a community that has been helped out a lot. You get all of that included within the AI trading community. And so just want to be very clear about that, y'all, because I don't want anybody getting confused and then coming back later and saying, yo, Cyrus, you mentioned the AI, you mentioned all this other stuff. That's specifically with the links and the stuff that I'm like talking about and that we have in here. So again, tomorrow morning, Travion is going to be in there mentoring, doing live trading within the community, within the live chat that I showed y'all, or the live trading chat that I showed y'all. So all that's going to be happening. I just got to be very clear because I know sometimes people can get confused when you're listening to me and you're reading comments. So I just don't want nobody to, don't nobody come at me because people be coming at me in the comments. Cyrus, you said, I did not say that. I did not. What's that link you clicked on? I didn't give you that link. So, what is this? All right, Braxton, maybe I missed it. Is the AI trading only for a hedge fund option? Yeah, so passively. So for instance, most of anybody who is not a hedge fund member, you most likely are never even going to engage with the hedge fund members. Because I'm gonna be real, the hedge fund members are mainly people who don't care. They don't even care to learn about trading. Half of them don't. They're just like, yo, I just like, and y'all, that's usually how wealthy people or rich people operate. They usually have fewer questions. Like they have fewer questions about stuff. They're usually ready to get started sooner. And they don't want to they want to do the least amount of work. I'm gonna be, despite what people say, rich people are usually some of the laziest people, but not lazy from a standpoint they're not willing to do anything, but they value their time way more than their money, depending on what kind of money we're talking about. So most of y'all, until you become a hedge fund member, you're not gonna interact much with the hedge fund members. Because I'll be real, they're in the chat and stuff. Like they don't involve themselves at all. They're like, we tell them, hey, you want to learn, you can learn this stuff. They're like, no, I just want the AI to make me money. That's good. That's all I need. Just make me money. That's it. So that comes with the AI, the full AI trading, where all of that's happening 100% passive. They don't have to do nothing. They ain't got to check into nothing, tune into nothing, look at no alerts. All they need to do is check their Webull and download the money in their bank account. However much of it they want to down or put in their bank account, not download, deposit the money in their bank account, their winnings in the bank account, their earnings in their bank account, their profits. And I'm trying to get the language right because I'm learning all this stuff myself. But Ellie, to reiterate the questions. All right, let me try to blast through this. Does the AI guide us on what trades to make? So it depends on which tier you're talking about. So let's say for investor to business member, when it outside of the trades that Travion is instructing you to do, because again, Travion is the mentor that you're going to have, outside of what he's telling you to do, you can engage with the AI mentor and you can engage with other trades you're thinking about making and other moves that you want to make. And the AI will help guide you when it comes to that. It's not until you become an AI hedge fund member that what happens with the AI hedge fund members is that the AI makes suggestions, same thing, on what trades to make. But this is without the AI being prompted to. This is another level of the AI where it's literally what it does. It's just making suggestions of trades for that day based on the market. Now, still, when that happens, the trades don't happen automatically. We still have human intervention. So it's not like the AI is like, oh, a trade should be done, I'm going to go ahead and do the trade. There still is human intervention. The human intervention is Travion. So Travion looks at what trades the AI for the hedge members, what trades the AI is suggesting make. And then he goes ahead and says, yep, let's go ahead and do that. But that's for the hedge members, for the hedge fund members. Yes, taxes will be covered. Taxes are covered in the course, in the program. All of that is broken down. Now, again, yes, you'll be directed to a tax professional because, yeah, Travion is not a tax professional, but he's someone who's been doing this for years, so he understands on a high level like what it looks like. When it comes to a tax professional, yes, there is an actual tax professional. What is John? I'll give you the tax professional's actual name. Johnny. You can look him up on Instagram. His name is Johnny Wolf. Johnny Wolf. He goes by Johnny Your Accountant on Instagram. All right, look at the last couple of these. And Rosick, do you have to invest more money on top of the? No, Nate. It's literally $390. So again, tonight is $399 a month. Oh, excuse me. Yes, you have to put money inside of your own account, like your Webull account. So you have to put money in your account because that's how the AI is. That not the AI. That's how you're making money is by investing. Now to paint a picture for y'all, because I spoke to Travion to do a full breakdown of what y'all can expect. Some people are like, well, how much money can be made? What could it look like? So to give y'all a breakdown of essentially what it could look like, what Travion suggests is putting $1,500 to $2,000 into your Webull account. That's not money you're given to earn profits. Like that's literally your money. You can take it out, put it in, whatever. As a minimum amount to put in, and minimum meaning like if you want to make some kind of money, at least $500. But you could put 100 in if you want to and whatever. But it's like you're gonna get the profits that reflect that. But realistically, I had a conversation with him where I was like, okay, if we're looking for people to make about $6,000 within 2 weeks to a month, what would you say that they should put in? He was like, okay, a month, if we're being conservative, $1,500, but really what's recommended is $2,000. And then within about, on a really great month, 2 weeks, but being conservative, about 4 weeks. If we're talking making $6,000. And so, but at a minimum, 500 is what's recommended. But again, if you just want to dip your toes in and just start with 100 or 200, whatever, you can do that. But if you're like, no, I'm trying to make some money this week, then of course do more. But again, y'all, literally, I see a lot of y'all are already joining. A lot of y'all are already joining in the community right now. For those of y'all that are joining the community, y'all can ask privately or ask within the group or ask the AI. Have the conversation with the AI mentor that's in the community. Like, hey, I'm looking to start with this much, or I'm looking to get this, and you'll be able to get a breakdown. All right. We're starting to get a lot of the same questions. So the AI is not a full financial consultant. Like you still will need to, when it comes to your taxes and all of that stuff, it explains things, like it'll answer questions. But again, you will need a professional when it comes to the actual tax season, stuff like that. So again, there's education in the modules that teaches you this stuff, but Travion he's not a tax professional. I sure ain't no tax professional. And the AI legally is not a tax professional. And so, but we do have a tax professional that will be recommending to everybody, that we've been recommending to people, whoever doesn't have one. All right. So for clarification, for the investor account, you have to pay $19.99. No, investor $19.99. No, that's business, the business member. So investor member is literally for today is just $3.99. So like y'all, let's look at what's on the screen. Let me remove us off the screen. Let's look at what's on the screen. So investor, $3.99 a month, like tonight. And then ongoing, it grandfathers you into $3.99 a month. Business member, $19.99 tonight, one time. And then after, it's just $3.99. It grandfathers you into the $3.99. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. You meant business. Okay. You clarified, Mac. I see you clarified yourself. All right. $3.99. Yes, y'all. So the $3.99 includes, so basically everything that John mentioned, plus some extra stuff, is included in the for the investor members. So everything he talked about the mentorship, the guidance, the education, the modules, the course, the manual, the signaling for, if you're busy and you can't be there during the live trading sessions, all of that stuff, plus the AI mentorship support is included for investor members. Business members are for those that, you want the full suite, but you're not there yet to be able to be a hedge fund member. Yeah, y'all, Travion, he dropped it here in the chat. Wrong thing. Yeah, so Travion said, hoping to see you all in the chat tomorrow. All right, he's out. Yeah, y'all get access to the full course. I'm literally going through it right now myself. All right, guys, that's basically it. We about to go ahead and wrap up. Again, this is the breakdown for tonight. John, I want to give you the floor to leave any last words for the people that you have for them.
First and foremost, give all glory to God. But then I want to thank you for letting me come on here and thank Trey and the YWO community, because without all that, I wouldn't be to where I'm at. And scared money don't make no money. So y'all get out there and take the risk, or you going to work for somebody who did take the risk. So.
And that being said, y'all, we are going to be hiring soon. So either one, you go ahead and jump in and start making some money, or two in the future, because we've already hired who we hired. So I don't want nobody to hit me up saying, "Hey, Cyrus, I'm trying to get a job." We already did all that. We hired people. We ain't gonna be hiring nobody else for probably another 2-3 months. So either one, we gonna see you either in the community making money with us, or two, in a few months, if you don't do that and you just look for a job, but you got to have skills, you had to, it's real job stuff. Yeah. We ain't talking no little admin stuff. We're talking developers, AI engineers. We're talking, we're talking like you've worked in tech sales at a tech company before. It's on your LinkedIn. Like, we're talking real deal Holyfield stuff. We ain't talking like we just trying to do a little homie hookup, because we doing legit stuff. Like, we're helping people in a legitimate way. So we need people with legitimate skills and a legitimate experience. So either one, come on in so that way you can start making money with us. Or two, if you already got skills and you're looking for a job, maybe in a few months, there'll be a working opportunity with you. So, all right, good stuff. All right, y'all, that's basically it. We're going to go ahead and wrap up. Again, y'all, once this ends, the links won't be available. It'll take probably about 20-30 minutes for us to set up an automation in my DMs. So again, DM me if you got to get some affairs in order and stuff. DM me in about 20-30 minutes, investor, or DM me business, and the automation will be able to send you one of those, or DM me hedge fund if you're looking to be one of the hedge fund members. Actually, I'm sorry. We're not taking any more hedge fund members at least for another 3 weeks. So we've closed out hedge fund members for 3 weeks. So either DM me business or DM me investor. Yes, Lauren. Yeah, that's accurate. Hey, y'all. So I can promise y'all you have at least until 12, basically another 2 hours and 10 minutes. You have at least until 12. I'm going to try to see if we could stretch it until tomorrow morning. But I was told adamantly just until 12. But I'm going to try to finesse something. But again, I can't promise that. But I could definitely promise at least till 12. What's up, Ellie? So good to see you here in the chat. Yeah, y'all. Hey, y'all, this is about to be incredible, y'all. Y'all going to see more testimonials. I'm about to be interviewing somebody else later this week. But again, this deal is here for today. This offer is here for today that grandfathers you into this offer. But y'all going to see more interviews, more people. It's about to be beautiful, y'all. It's about to be incredible, y'all. Leveraging AI, trading, all that to be able to make money with the community. So it's going to be incredible, really incredible. Thank y'all so much for being here. Love y'all so much. Blessings on everybody. Again, y'all, the goal of what all we do is not to make anybody depressed or feel like we're above you because of your financial level. It's all about inspiring you with what God has done in our life. And so that way we then can also be able to reach out to you to bring you up to our level so then we all can elevate together. That's what it's all about, y'all. What it's all about. All right, Tut. I can't. Tutanka. I think that's how your name is pronounced. Tutanka. Tutanka says, I just signed up. Investor member, soon to be business. Oh, my name. You literally said your name in there. My name is Tut. I'm literally like butchering your first name. You like just call me Tut. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, y'all. Many blessings, y'all. Again, John, thank you so much, man, for coming on, taking time out of your Sunday evening, man. Again, major congratulations, dude. I mean, plumbing in and of itself, it is a good career that a lot of people are like, plumbing is a good career. But yeah, you making, you having a, yeah, they got that freedom, like you said, and also making the money that you've made. That's not gonna happen until somebody has their own plumbing company, which again comes with a lot of headaches. You're not free by having your own business; it just makes you busier. So so shouts out to you for having that freedom. Shouts out to everybody who's here. Shouts out to the community that's in the chat, the Earn Profits community, the YWO community, all of that. Shouts out to everybody that's here. And look, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow morning. Y'all gonna see me live. We gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. All right, y'all. Many blessings.
If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.